everyone. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the Survival Seeds 2024 collaboration live stream. You're like half in the frame.
Yeah, can you move over? No, just scooch the chair over.
All right. Okay. For those of you who don't know, the Survival Seeds collaboration is a group collaboration that is open to anyone, and you can join whenever you'd like. And the whole collaboration kind of centers around the question of what are we going to do if we can't buy seeds from the store next year, because that can be a real big issue if that happens. And right now the economy is a little hard to predict, so you never know what might happen. So if you can't buy your seeds next year, we'd have a lot of trouble with that, because in Bunky's garden, in our family garden, we can't save the seeds because they cross-pollinate. We have a lot of different species of like peppers and tomatoes that could cross-pollinate, and then you don't know what kind of plant, what kind of seed you'll get. So this collaboration centered around the idea of saving seeds. So we did a little bit of research, and we chose 6 seeds that we thought were nutritionally beneficial, and we are intending to what's the word? Keep them away. Isolate those. Isolate those seeds from all of the other seeds, all of the other plants, so that they can't cross-pollinate. And then we're going to save those seeds. And we thought it was a really fun idea, so we told some of our friends about it, namely Mr. Bushcraft and Lazy Days Head, and they thought it was a great idea too, and they jumped in on it. So if you guys think this is a cool collaboration and you want to get in, you're interested in joining it, then you can send us an email and we can send you the seeds. Then you should also check out Mr. Bushcraft's half of the collaboration, which is all about herbs and growing herbs and making medicinal remedies with those herbs and tinctures. And it's really cool, and something that this one has been interested in for a really long time. And we're really excited to see what that does and how each of the different herbs can help different people.
Right.
And you can also check out Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. And they're running the giveaway side of the collaboration. And if you're interested in donating, then you should absolutely send them an email, because that's their wheelhouse. And they are running the giveaways that happen at the end of the month, at the last Sunday of every month. We do a giveaway, and then in October, there's going to be one last giveaway that's going to be really, really big. Why is everyone outing me on not wearing shoes? We're inside. No one wears shoes inside.
You're just like trying to ignore it.
I am trying to ignore it, but well, what does this have to do with anything? But this week, we have another really awesome, really amazing guest with us, who we've known for a good
a
long time
now.
We met him early into the channel when we were all very small and squeaky voiced.
So you.
Yeah, that was mostly me. I was small and squeaky voiced. I'm still small. Oh no, I'm still squeaky. I'm still squeaky voiced. And we actually met Uncle Al at Diebulfrog79 through his kindness. He started watching our videos and giving us information and tips and suggestions about, that's a thing? Happy National Gardening Day. Didn't know it was a thing. Cool. Well, that's cool to know, Wildlife. Uncle Al started giving us tips and suggestions on how we could improve our prepping library and all that kind of thing. And we actually ended up doing a lot with Uncle Al. He sent us a lot of amazing prepping things that I forgot to grab and get in here. But he sent us books, and he sent us all sorts of things. We made our bug out bags and our 3-day food supply buckets. Keep that open. All thanks to Uncle Al. And a lot of the things in those buckets and bug out bags were actually given to us by Uncle Al, because he's a very generous, very wise person. And then my walking staff, which it's a bunch of PVC, and a lot of the pieces in the walking staff are thanks to Uncle Al, either from him or given ideas from him. So he is just a really amazing, really wise, and also a really funny person. So if you, that was Bunky. She just came in here and gave me some of the books that Uncle Al sent. Thankfully, they're only a little bit green.
You see right through whatever that is.
It's a water bottle. And these are really good books, and that I've read. One of my favorites that he sent us was a book about self-defense that I read like the whole thing in a night. It was a really good book. And he also sent me this. I don't remember exactly what happened, but we were talking about vests with lots of pockets, and he sent me a vest with lots of pockets in it. So he is just an amazing friend. And yep, this is the book. This is the self-defense book that he sent us that I read. It's a really good book. And he's a really good friend of ours, and I'm really excited to be able to bring him up to talk to him today. Hi, Uncle Al.
Hi there, guys.
How are you doing?
I remember when they were like, I can't get any lower, that small.
Yep.
KK was the biggest, Trey was the second shortest,
and then, so
and then Bunky was
itty bitty. She was like that tall.
Where was that size?
Pretty much.
Yep, yeah. Back in the ancient days of our channel, dinosaurs roaming the world.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Like I said, I'm old Uncle Al. You guys I know you're on a list and stuff. I do my channel to, let's see, I'm bored. And the other thing is I like to teach people stuff and make people laugh, because my grandnephews and nieces all heard my old Uncle Al jokes, and they told me, get a wife, go touring or something, go away. We don't want to practice the violin or fencing. Did you guys start fencing yet? Not building fencing, but fencing as activity.
I want to learn. It sounds fun.
I actually do kind of want to learn, but we have not started doing fencing yet. Well, we've built fences.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Either take up kendo or take up the rapier in athletic fencing. And you have to be really careful. I know a couple of people like, poke your eye out.
Oh, no.
That's why a lot of people like kendo. It's a big stick. You just go ahead. Don't give one to Bunky. Yeah, give me a big stick. And start clobbering everybody.
Clobber.
Okay, I hope that answers your first question. Humor is the best educational, because a lot of people, when they go to school, you're in the classroom and you get droned to do things over and over and over. And then by the end of the day, you're like, isn't that true?
Yeah.
And when I do my bits and pieces, I wear different hats. I make funny voices. I do Wolverines, with little characters. It makes you smile, and then you think about it. Wait, I remember that movie when the Russians invaded Colorado or something like that. And then people think some more. You want to think. That's why I tell a lot of people, travel a little bit, practice their language, because I know you're both Italiano and Filipino, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you have two languages there other than English, right?
Not that we don't speak them.
You don't speak Talitan?
I only speak a little bit Italian, and then we don't speak much Cebuano at all.
Well, Italiano is okay. You know what? What's my favorite term in Italiano? You ever watch this? Oh, you don't watch The Sopranos. I forgot about that. It's copa, or what was that word? They make sandwiches out of it with pickled peppers. Tony Soprano sandwich. Gabagoo. Gabagoo?
Not ringing a bell. I don't know what that is.
Ask your grandmother. She knows what gabagoo is. I think your dad should know what's gabagoo. Gabagoo is a type of preserved pig fat pig meat about this part of the neck. They make great sandwiches.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I got to find my uppers. My other grandniece stole them. It's like, I could glue it to my doll. Great. There's a doll with my uppers. Those cost me $500.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Let's see.
Um.
Question number 2. Was it food history?
Oh, hold on. So we know you have years of great videos on prepping, and many of these videos are cooking and food videos. How would you categorize what you do? Like what
Oh,
would you call them to someone who hasn't seen your channel?
basically, Uncle Alan's a kook, old as dirt, and I have fun. What you do is you learn little bits and pieces about cooking, history of prepping, because it goes back way like in the Stone Age. You know, fire is good. Yeah, just don't stand in it. And people pick up things as they combine things. And when I do food history, because you have to look at like Italian cooking. Before real Italian cooking, that was the 1600s. Okay. Before that was Roman type cooking or Middle Ages. You did not want to eat that type of cooking. Like, here's a pot of hot water and meat. Yum, yum. It doesn't matter if it had any spices because spices came later, a Roman period. Before that, you had salt and hot water.
Boiled chicken.
Yeah, you have chicken, but it's boiled, no flavor, just water, no parsley, no herbs, water. And then you take out the chicken and then you add salt. And they learned it tastes better if you take off all the feathers and gizzards and all that stuff and eat it. Originally, you know, when you clean a chicken, okay, after you kill it and stuff, originally that's how they cooked it, feathers and all, because they thought it was more nutritious.
Hmm.
Of course, I don't think a lot of people would like that for dinner time, would you?
No.
No.
I think there still are people who eat those parts of the animals, though.
No, I still do when I had teeth. You just got to know how to cook it. Okay. Let's see. Because food history and function and cooking, you on question number 2, it's a 3-parter. Like you asked for like bug out bags. Okay. Bug
Right.
out bags, you guys made it. What's their purpose for? It's going from point A to B. You're not out there to like, look, I got a bug out bag. So does nature, and they like to eat you. You're trying to escape from one point to another point. That's why I tell people you're not going out into the woods or into the desert or in Harlem or Watts or Detroit. You're not going there. You're escaping. Run away. But people forget that. They're not thinking. They watch too many TV shows. You know, you see all the people, we're escaping from the zombies. We're going into woods. And guess what happened? They get eaten by everything. It's not the big things that'll kill you, it's the little things.
Mosquitoes.
Ah, killer bees, you
I
know.
never want to see a bee that big. No, thank you.
Uh,
A bee into the kitchen today.
I live in California. We have killer bees. And I seen a farm worker. We had to rush him to a hospital. He was covered with 150
Oh,
stings.
that's
And
horrible.
the killer bees do not give up. They chases the truck, and it's like we ran to the hospital. The bees still followed us even into the emergency room.
Wow.
That's why I tell a lot of people it's not like wolves, dinosaurs. Oops. Yeah, we're going to eat you. No, it's actually the little tiny things. Like right now, everybody's suffering against ticks, fleas, and lice, but you don't see them. You know, they're like hiding behind somebody. Like, where's Bunky? We'll hide behind her and jump out. You know.
Tiny.
Oh, you asked me about on the question number 2 on shortages, like famine.
Yeah, like what I meant by that was like, what to someone who's never seen your channel, what would you like say your channel is about? Like, we know you do bug out bags, you talk about shortages, you talk about nutrition. Like, do you want to talk about what your channel is to
Like,
see if people want to see that?
If you could
Oh,
summarize Diebulfrog.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
shortages is that's the economic side. If I talk pure economics, people get glassy eye. Remember, they go and get bored. Okay, so I put a little humor in shortages. Like, remember a couple of years ago, we had the toilet paper shortage and everybody freaked out. I didn't freak out. I had my stockpile of toilet paper, so I sold all my nephews and nieces a roll of toilet paper for $2 each.
Oh wow.
I
Not
made money that year. Does Uncle Alan use the toilet paper? No, I have a bidet. It cost me 10 grand. Has a little TV set, play games, listen to music, you know, but it's worth 10 grand. The only problem is the repair shop's in Bakersfield. So if anything goes wrong, have to rip out the toilet, pack it, and send it back over there. And they send it
wow.
back over here.
Wow.
Well, let's
But
hope nothing goes wrong.
oh no, I got it all set up. But the nice thing about the bidet is I don't buy toilet paper for myself. I haven't used it since 2012.
Oh wow.
I just stockpile it, and then like what happened 2 years ago, people were freaking out. There's no mayonnaise. There's no toilet paper. Remember all that? And
Yep.
people just freak out. I tell a lot of people learn how to stockpile, put away, grow a garden, like you guys are doing, and save America. Now, my next thing I'm going to do a video on is raise chickens. But a lot of people pick the wrong kind of chicken and are trying to find the original breed, like the Domino. That's origin. It's not the later version. They hybrid it to make it bigger. But the Domino was a Civil War chicken. That's a very good forager. Eats small amounts of grain. That's perfect for you guys. It's not. It's average layer, but it makes a huge egg.
Oh wow.
Now, okay. If Bunky collected it doesn't, Bunky has to get another Bunky to help her to bring it to the house. That's how big the eggs are.
You gotta get another bunkie.
Yeah. Okay. And then people are asking me about nutrition. A lot of people don't know that Dr. Keys, I'm going to be more scientific and technical. You can look it up under C rations or military rations. Dr. Keys did this in World War II. He did a little bit in World War One in the 30s, understanding how much calories a person needs. Before it was like hit and miss, and it's like, you'll love it. It's hardtack. Then a lot of people say, yeah, I used to eat hardtack. Break your teeth type of thing. Or you get a can of monkey meat or whatever meat process they put in a can, like, here you go. And don't ask me what was goldfish, because you want to get scared, find out what salmon was really like during the before World War One and during World War One. Is not a fun process. That's why we had the Food and Drug Administration came in. I know this sounds boring to you, but it wasn't about nutrition, but it was like, what's in your food? All right.
Right. Someone in Uptown Sinclair
Yeah.
made
Upton Sinclair wrote The Jungle,
that book was
1929.
horrifying.
It is.
I read that in ninth grade.
Never gonna eat another hot dog after reading that book.
Yes,
Oh
you did.
no, hot dogs are great. Usually hot dogs are fairly easy. The other meats were horrible.
Oh yeah.
If you watch The Simpsons, it's like, how come Tiny Tots taste so good? You know, you had the secret ingredient. Yeah. It's an old Simpson cartoon. I keep telling people you have to say it's more funny.
Yeah.
But nutrition goes back to ancient times of people, what they eat and what they carried and stuff. And I always talk about nutrition, but if I do the scientific thing, college people get glassy eye, all they're doing is and pass away. Okay, what was number 3?
It's over here. We first learned about bug out bags from you, and you started sending us some amazing gifts for our bags and our preps. Do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about what nutritional balance you would recommend for something simple like the 3-day buckets you had us make?
Okay, a lot of the food buckets on the market is garbage. I keep telling this to people.
Oh, wow.
It's overpriced. It's saturated with sugar, salt, and carbs, and also it's expensive. And the bad thing is, you girls never take food chemistry or chemical warfare, because if you read what's inside those food things, and then you read what they used to use in World War I, you kind of get scared.
Right.
You know, they used to gas people and like, geez, isn't that one of the main products in oatmeal? You
Wow.
know, or sunshine granola, or happy time fruit punch.
Oh
These
no.
are real food items in these buckets. That's why had you guys make your own food buckets, right? Now, also I sent you a few stuff too, but the nice thing is a lot of them are a lot safer. They're a lot cheaper. And I know Bunky and Trey's been nibbling on a few saying, this is good. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, but you had fun making the food buckets, right? It's not rocket science and didn't cost you $160 per bucket.
Yeah,
Am I
they're
right? And it tastes good too.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people they don't know they buy these things from For Patriots or ReadyWise and a few other companies. A few of them are okay. Mountain House, I did the research; they're fine, but you only eat a little at a time. You like when you go camping or you go hiking. But if you eat it for like 7 days straight, I would not be around Bunky, bazooka vomiting or bazooka the other way, or just, you know, you know, how much poo come out of that little kid, you know, if get he fed it to the cows, how much poo's coming out of that cow? That'd be horrifying, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see.
All right, question 4. So spices. We've grown up hearing you talk about spice packs, and do you want to say why these spices are important for the types of situations we prepare for?
Yeah, I think I still got one. Let's see. Naked woman playing cards. Derringer. Head of a squirrel. Okay. Now, Uncle Tom's drawer is kind of weird. I have a little tin, and usually we carry little vials of spices. Now, number one, let me get this out. Oops, I'll get the small one. I carry mustard. Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, I have to check on something. Wait a second.
You good?
Okay, you carried mustard or horseradish powder because remember what I told you that a lot of travelers to America, they were from big cities from the European nations like Ireland, like Scotland, like England, and also the Dutch during the 1600s. They came to America. A lot of them didn't know how to cook. They had a ship's cook or they had a lady at stuff. And yes, I know Ninja Ginger. They're all loaded with heavy metals, 90% of it. But the big thing is, in the early days, you made your own spices and you put it away. Mustard came from India, so a lot of people that like that. A lot of people don't know that planetary contamination is really bad. So you have to understand where the spices come from. Also, the most common spice is salt. Okay, because you don't want to eat that chicken with feathers dunked in boiling water and like, yummy, let's get some salt on it. Like, no. Okay. The next big thing from Italiano was the black pepper, or in Italiano before the 1600s, it was long pepper. And that was grown It's almost extinct, but that was grown in Italy because they found out, wow, if I add salt and pepper and to a naked chicken in boiling water, this tastes really good. I don't have to spit out feathers. Okay. Because a lot of times I'll post like historic Italian cooking. Sometimes I'll post Middle Eastern cooking. Middle Eastern cooking uses a lot of spices for two reasons. It's hot in the Middle East. Same thing with Southern Italy. It gets hot. So I don't think a lot of people will be eating food like, what's wrong with that rabbit? And they found out, well, it was 120 degrees outside. We just butcher it. We don't have a refrigerator, so we let it air cool. Or in other words, they put it out into a shady spot. And then hours later, guess who's going to cook it and eat it? Let's feed it to Bunky. She'll eat anything. That's why you have spices. Now,
They were
the
good.
most desired spice in old America and standard American diet was cinnamon. Okay? Think about it. Would you bake a cake without cinnamon?
Probably not.
Okay, would you like to eat cookies without cinnamon?
No.
Think about the early days. Some of the cookies were made out of, and a lot of kids like had face like that, like what Trey's doing right now. Like, yeah, it's good for you. It's full of molasses and honey and salt. And then they're like, no,
Doesn't sound great.
not great. And then the final one is nutmeg. Okay, nutmeg is close to a mace, and that was to disguise the, how can I say it, non-refrigerated meat. You know, because remember we didn't have icebox or coolers until the 1890s. All right, so the meat's been hanging in the shade, and there's something crawling on it. If you watch Shogun, it's like, how old is that pheasant? Oh, don't worry, there's still maggots on it. Let's cook it and eat it. You know, that's why they have spices for traveling. That's why I keep telling people grow your own spices. And let's see. Also, it helps to preserve the food. Okay. Try eating fish or pork without salt. I don't think you're going to be very happy when it crawls away from you and it's not alive. Think about that.
Gross.
But it's true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Makes complete sense.
All right. And then what was question 5?
So question 5 is, we grow basil and cayenne peppers indoors. And we grow other herbs outside, but what spices, you kind of already covered it. What spices do you recommend that people grow? And you were talking
Okay.
about egg and cinnamon.
Yeah, but those are imported. We're talking about the original kitchen garden from the 1600s in America, what kind of spices they grew. All right. You got to remember, a lot of these people from, if they weren't from Mediterranean countries like Spain or Italy or France or the Middle East, you had the European countries and they kind of hodgepodge their spices. And it's I keep telling you, that's part of the standard American diet. So everybody grows peppers and chilies. That comes from Italiano and it comes from the um, what you call it, the Spanish or Latin countries or the Middle East.
Hmm.
That's number one. Number two, from France and Italy, is chives, garlic, and shallots. Now, I know you guys grow chives, and I know you grow garlic. You guys grow shallots?
I'm
Nope.
not sure I know what that is.
Shallots.
Shallots. Is that big, thick onion?
Yeah, no, I do
Yeah.
know.
Okay. That's easy to dry and it's a great flavor base, especially if you do either Filipino or Italian cooking.
Both.
Because both. Okay. Number two, mostly from Middle East and Italy. You haven't made green sauce yet, right? I can't pronounce the Italian word for it.
Basil?
No, not basil. Parsley. It's parsley sauce. It's green.
Mm.
Go
Yeah, I
ask
think
your grandmother. She knows what I'm talking about. Use a lot of garlic, a lot of parsley, and a few special spices.
yeah,
And if you
pesto.
want to test it up, taste it, you feed it to Bunky first. Here, Bunky, try this. It's
Is
not
this
pesto.
Oh, not that. Okay.
Uh-uh. It's a green sauce. It's used for chicken, meat, duck. You know,
Mm.
here, Bunky, try this. It's good for you. Make hair grow on your chest. And you see Bunky run away. Okay, but parsley and cilantro. Those are the two together. They're close related, and that you want to have in your garden. All right. Number 4 is the mint family. You should have all sorts of kinds of mint, which you guys know, and you know how wild they grow if you let them unattended. They took over half the garden and they ate Bunky and the horses and the cows. Mint goes nuts. Am I right?
Mhm.
Okay. In the same family is oregano. Oregano is part of the mint family. Is not the sweet kind of mint. It is the oil based, and also it's the what you call it, savory kind of oregano. And oregano used to be used a lot for eggs, fish, all that because remember, no refrigeration, and you want to preserve certain foods for like, okay, we had this for dinner. I think it's all right. Let's feed it to KK. Here, KK, you like it. That's why we have oregano, not for the flavor, but to preserve the food. People forget that one. And then we have the heavier seasonings that were usually were in oils or vinegars or salt was dill and Thai. Those were a typical of most what you call southern gardens. They'll have either dill or Thai, THY. Try to talk it without T. NE. That was used as you put in salt, and when you were preserving something, you sprinkled it over it.
Wow.
Okay. Next group is basil family, basil and fennel. Okay. You all made pesto. What do you do with fennel?
Fennel.
I think we use that in vinegar.
Yeah, we
Okay.
mostly use it for vinegar
It
and
tastes
then we
kinda
eat it
like-
fresh.
Yeah, it
'cause
tastes kind of like licorice.
Okay. It's licorice. You also put it in salt and certain herb mixtures for two
Yeah.
reasons. Why you put it in vinegar? To preserve,
Flavor?
nope, food.
No.
Because if you just dunk things in vinegar, you got this like, okay, that doesn't taste normal. Let's put some fennel in it.
Oh.
Okay. It,
Huh.
it preserves the flavor of the food so it doesn't like, okay, let's feed it to Bunky again. By this time, Bunky's hiding in the woods. Okay. But you want to have fennel. Okay. Every kitchen garden in the South did. Trouble with dill and fennel, it's not grown that common in the North. A lot of these plants, it's hit and miss, and depending on the culture that came at certain time periods of America.
Mm.
Okay. And a big problem is it's like, it's still the salt and pepper group. And it's like, okay, I'm not visiting that ranch again and I'm not eating their food again. Okay. Next group is sage and rosemary. Now that was a big thing in the South, rosemary. I know you guys made rosemary chicken, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then you made sage stuffing and stuff like that. What else? This is towards Charles. What else do you do with sage?
I don't know. We don't really use it for much.
Do you burn it? Do you do you have mosquitoes?
Yeah, we usually use citronella candles, but I think I have read a little bit about sage being helpful for that. I
Yeah,
usually use it for bees.
you get a bundle, put in corn husk, and you set it on fire, and you let Bunky or Trey hold it, because after that, no boys will go near mosquitoes, bugs, lice, ticks, your neighbors, and make them stand around where all the mosquitoes and bugs are.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't like the smell of sage. So they go away. And then Trey and Bunky is pest free for the rest of the summer.
Nice. So the next question, we put the 6 survival seeds away from our family, or away for our family. And the ones we used are kidney beans, butternut squash, beets, the pepperoncini peppers, and Mariana tomatoes, and Walla Walla onions. The last 3 we used for sauces and salsas, but we also need varieties that can stand out in salads, and we'll pickle our peppers. Now, if you look at health.com or basically any dietitian,
Dietary, nutritional
yeah,
site.
average person requires a 2,000 calorie diet with a macronutrient breakdown of 40% protein, 25% carbs, and 35% fat. But the Survival Seeds 24 seeds only provide 22%-ish protein, 4% carbs, and 0.3% fat. And we grow corn and raise goats, and we have other things in our garden that can help supplement that. But what do you think, or what do you recommend so that people can store more carbs and fats for their diet?
Okay, first thing, this is scientific. Go back where you get the 2,000 calorie count. That's from Dr. Keyes research during World War II. Everything is based on that. So go on Google and then check that out. Dr. Keyes, Keyee. Yeah, Dr. Keyes is a PhD. He's a food scientist. You look under military ration, and he talks about this in military rations like C, D, K, E, I, O, U. I don't. It's a long list. You'll be bored. It's like it's 42 pages long, wow, in tiny print, and you go nuts because you're trying to figure out calorie count. Um, what I tell a lot of people, if you want to increase, make cheese. You got goats, right? Make feta. Have you guys made feta yet?
I did try feta. I did farmer's cheese, and that was really close.
Okay, a little bit more practice. Ask your grandma, the Italian one, how to make feta. And then eat everything with feta until your dad says, okay, we're eating Filipino food now. Okay? Because I have a real great recipe. You need fila dough. You know what fila dough is?
Mm-hmm.
It's pastry dough. And you take the beet tops, you chop it up, you add garlic, you add seasoning to it, and you add feta cheese to it. And you make a little tart. If you see my curry buns, because I like curry, I make a little bun out of beet tops, feta, and certain seasonings. It's vegetarian. And guess what's the calorie count of one of those?
I don't know.
800. Because I have butter and cheese in there.
Oh, wow.
So if Bunky ate 4 of them, which he will, and they say, these are good, and scarfs down, she ate about 1,600 calories worth of food right there in one sitting. And they're not that big either. They're like little tiny.
Right.
Wow.
It's that simple. The kidney beans is good protein source, but the problem is if you eat a lot of it and you don't just regular kidney beans as is and don't transform it or process it right, it's like it's going to be really windy where you're at. Do you understand? Passing winds, light a match, that kind of bad Uncle Al joke. But you have to understand you want to switch to chickpeas. They don't cross contaminate with other vegetables because it's chickpeas. You can make roti out of it, ROTI. It's a flatbread. It's easier to eat, and you don't have to go to expensive food market to make what? Falafels, tacos, fold it and make it a sandwich. Okay.
Sweet.
It's really easy. Put some gabagoo, some feta cheese, some pickled peppers, and you wonder how come your dad gained 300 pounds in a week. Another thing is lentils. A lot of people forget this in their garden. You want to grow a row of lentils. Why? It's faster to cook. Did you guys ever made Italian lentil soup?
Our dad doesn't like lentils, so we don't really do them.
It's a lot easier. I know a different way to cook lentils. You get a blender and you don't tell them it's lentil. You tell them it's creamy butternut squash soup. You put large chunks of butternut and then you blend everything together. Same Maripox cooking. Use onion, celery, and carrots. Soften that. Add your dad reacts to lentils. Well, then don't feed them lentils. Okay, you feed them butternut squash and beets, and it works out the same.
Nice. I'm gonna go do the commercial. I was supposed to do that like 15 minutes ago, and I forgot. But we'll be right back, and we're gonna bring up Bushcraft Family and Lacey D's head, and then we'll finish out the rest of the questions. Where is the thing?
Like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake, powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium fight song, raise it up like a roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me? 'Cause who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. That pot, the indoor growing spot. The perfect way to grow indoors. It's easy when you use that pot. Rainpoint water timer turns on wherever you go. Rainpoint water timer. X pests for unwanted guests. X pests for quality, that's the best. X pests to keep away all your pests.
All right,
All right,
give me
we're back.
1 second.
Oh, there you are. Hey guys. Hey Jesse. Hey Lisa. Hey Charles.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
You're muted again, Mr. Jesse.
He knows.
Oh, I had to do that because I didn't want you to hear me singing my song or playing my instruments.
That was fun.
We were dancing back there.
But we even have an Uncle Al too. See, he's Uncle Al to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take a second to say hi to chat. Hi, Botlife, Grace Johnston, Nisha Lee. Thank you guys for coming in.
Okay.
Simply Jan Homestead. I gotta keep scrolling. Ginger Ninja, Wickershire Project.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you guys for stopping in.
Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, I like to thank Nightbot for being here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He got your back.
Yep.
until
Most
he
of the
blocks
time.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
He's good most of the time.
He's kind of
though.
temperamental.
I think Bucky's tamed him a little. So how are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. I'm loving it. Maybe it's just we've been really busy. I mean, we haven't been as busy as you guys have been because I know how I've heard behind the scenes what y'all been doing. But we've been really busy getting my dad moved in. So if you don't know, my dad is now a new member of this household. So we moved him out of his one person house and moved him in with us, so he doesn't have to be by himself anymore. So we're happy about that and glad we can keep an eye on him, and he can keep an eye on us actually as well.
Yep. How are you doing today, Mr. Charles?
Oh, not too bad. I found out how Dorothy feels. I opened my screen door today and wind caught it and took the door with me, and I was flying outside for a little bit until I let go of it.
Oh.
Oh, so there's no place like home.
It's a bit windy.
Right.
Oh dear.
I did want to start by mentioning that we have put together, for those who don't know, we've put together what do they call it? In a campaign. They call it a campaign in Bonfire. So we do have Survival Seeds 2024 merch now. And if you don't mind, I could share that screen.
Yeah,
There it is. And it's
that's the front, and then
that's the front, and then the back looks like this. And I'll hover and see if you can see a little bit better there. There's what the back looks like. It's very nice. It was designed by none other than Mickey over at Critter Creek. So if you haven't been associated or don't know who Mickey is, he is an awesome illustrator. He knows digital illustrator. He knows how to do it on the computer very well. And he's got a awesome YouTunes, if you will, a YouTunes library. So if you can go check him out, he's got some awesome YouTunes that he's done so far of many people who are in this chat, many people who are up on this panel. And he's just got some awesome stuff. But he basically shows you behind the scenes how it's done, how they make the cartoons.
we also have hats.
I'll also show you that we also have hats.
Ooh.
So there's the hats. They are in our Lazy Days Ahead merch store, and we've got them at rock bottom price. We're not trying to make any money. So whatever the lowest price we could go, that's what we went with.
So it just has that one little, the little small logo on it.
So yeah, so that's why this hat's $17. When I wanted to charge $30, but Lisa wouldn't let me. Anyway, we got the hats in different colors. Then we also have shirts, hoodies. If you're up north, like in Michigan or someplace where y'all use that kind of stuff. Crew necks. We even got. Well,
to the right.
I'll go to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Long sleeves even.
Yeah.
So those who like long sleeves don't want to show their arms.
I'm gonna try to get as many different colors as I could. And
Right. And then they got the unisex tees, baseball styles, long sleeve youth. So for the youth size folks like Bunky and the girls,
Excuse me. Hey, you sound like
and most of them come in about at least five different colors.
Yeah, each one has 5 colors.
Like this one here has got all the way to 5X on this one. So they're not all colors come in 5X. You'll see as you go through looking at it. But we've already had ours on order, and I think the Vineyard Chicks have already got theirs on order. So if you want to order, the campaign is open. You can go in there and order your way. So we hope to get ours by next week. You know, we're at the mercy of Bonfire.
Right.
I got mine
Yes,
already.
we got to see Christy Betts, Suzanne Goulet, and Jennifer Ocean Homestead.
Yep.
Did you say, Charles, did you just say you got yours already?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you're closer to Bonfire than we are.
Yeah. I don't know where's Bonfire. They're in Virginia, right?
I think they have different.
Oh, they may have a different warehouse in different part of the country.
Places. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Cool.
Cool. That's great. I'm glad you got it though.
Yeah. So we love the design. We love the logo. We love the shirts are really nice, soft.
Yeah,
Poly cotton.
they're really good shirts.
Yeah. So we hope you guys go in there. Not like I said, it's not to make money. We're not making anything on it. If anything, it's like 1 penny. But if you'd like to go in there and order some, we so appreciate you. Not for us, but for the collaboration.
Right, for yourselves.
And for yourself, yeah. So if you're gonna, you got to wear clothes, right? Might as well wear some of these. So anyway, another thing I want to go over a little bit is the survival seed. Well, let me put it back up here.
Statistics.
The stats. So here's the stats. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yep, we can.
Okay, good. So what we got so far, I added another category, me and my categories, right? Since last Sunday, we've had 15. So since every week, right? I want to add a number. We've had 15 entries this week of videos. One or two of those may be an NA video, which is something, Bushcraft may have put in, Vineyard Chicks may have put in, or we may have put in. But for the most part, most of those are date videos that people have submitted since last Sunday. We've had 2 entry videos with a total of 73 total entry videos for this collaboration. We've had 36 videos of the month entries for this month, for the month of April.
It's only been
And
2
we're only
weeks.
2 weeks. So, by the end of the month, we may have close to 100 videos. You never know. But no, the videos are going to get, we're a total of 188 videos so far. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
And if I was to go in there and check the views, I wonder how many views. I ought to go in there and check, see how many views we have just on the 188 videos. Can you imagine the views there are for each one of those videos?
I have to look at that.
It's awesome. But I did want to go over that. So next week's giveaways, or this month's giveaways, we're up to $320 in giveaways.
For the
for
28th.
the end of the month that Trey was talking about. Every last Sunday of the month, we will have a once a month giveaway for the collaboration. And right now we're at a total of $3,417 of giveaways, prizes, donations, all that stuff, and it's all being given away back to the community. It's not anything for us. So
That's so awesome.
we just hope that you guys will join the collaboration by way of entering an entry video and a final video for the collaboration. You don't have to do update videos, but it does help. As Al was mentioning, it helps the community when you teach each other what you know, what you're up against. There's some people say, I can't grow these, or what may be your soil, or I can't grow this, but it may be the type of nitrogen that you have in your. But you learn from each other. So entry videos do help. So, but we're just ecstatic about these numbers. These numbers are looking great.
That's so cool.
You make such neat tables. I make tables for school, and they look worse than that.
Oh no, this is.
That's so cool.
I love Excel. I can play with Excel.
He's done it for the
day.
last 30 years, so or at least 25. Yeah.
Wow.
When he was working.
Awesome.
So the next live we do the next giveaway we'll be doing live from Lake Tinkler in Oklahoma. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be
cool.
Yeah. So we'll be remote.
Yeah, maybe you can just hand the gifts to some people.
Right?
Actually, well, yeah, most of them will probably be gone by Sunday evening. Yeah.
But there'll be a few that are still there until Monday, but we're staying till Monday. And
nice.
We'll be doing the giveaway from there, from Lake Tinkler.
Exciting.
Have fun.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, my father's an Excel geek.
Oh, well, I'm something. I don't know about a geek, but I'm something.
Hi, Joe Serrano. Happy Sunday. It's good to see you.
If anyone has any questions for Uncle Al, just put it in caps. And I don't think I've seen any yet.
No, but I will say Uncle Al he's a cornucopia of information. I'm telling you, the man is vested and well versed in a lot of subjects.
Oh yeah.
And he has cool hats.
And he has cool hats. Yeah.
His hat collection is out of this world.
Impeccable.
If you haven't seen them, you have to.
Yeah.
So, like I said, for number 6, also, I tell a lot of people you grow buckwheat. A lot of people don't know what buckwheat is. I know Jesse and Lisa, I know Charles knows what's buckwheat. It's kasha. You grow it on a small lot. It doesn't cross-pollinate. It's fairly easy. It makes a wonderful breakfast cereal. Also, I make sausages out of it, pancakes out of it. I did some other things that I can't mention on this thing because that's my other group, and they don't want me to talk about. So you took a cookie sheet, a paint can, a spark plug, and you blew up a house? Yeah, it was fairly easy. And that was using buckwheat. And a lot of people were looking at me, what the? It's an old house. We were going to knock it down. So I said, I'll show you a trick. Add some cinnamon, and boom, the house disappeared.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Suzanne
Well,
Eagles.
fine.
Oh, God. I'm going to sneeze.
Miss Suzanne is asking what herbs are easiest to start growing from seed.
Let's see, what did I wrote? Let's see. Parsley, Sorrento, chives. Let's see, what else? Tarragon, lavender, and bay. A bay leaf. It's a little tree.
Okay, Bailey.
I would have thought, and that's just my opinion because it grows wild, but I would have thought any of your mints, spearmint, mint,
Yeah,
Peppermint.
all
not
peppermint.
peppermint.
not
you
double
can't
mint.
get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
would, that would probably be the easiest to grow.
Right,
But
but
we've
the
had very
trouble-
good success with basil.
Basil, yeah.
Has been
Yeah,
one of our.
basil's good, but the trouble with the mint family is it roots spread out so quickly. It's a rhizome. It just go. You gotta get a flamethrower and try to get back into your pot.
Almost like a weed. You can't get rid of it.
In a weed because I planted one time chocolate mint. It took over my acre garden. That's
Oh,
how
no.
voracious it gets.
Wait. Time out. There's a mint called chocolate mint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't taste like chocolate.
No.
Oh, it
That's what
doesn't?
he was wondering.
Oh, Bunky wanted it to
It was
so
disappointing.
badly.
Bunky found out it tastes like soap. Yeah, because chocolate mint is more of a. Well, Charles know what I'm talking about. It's more of a medical kind of mint that you use in salves and in oils and in
Oh.
salts. If
It's
you
good
bathe
with
in it, you
soap,
smell
too.
like chocolate. But if you drink it, it tastes like soap and old dishwasher.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I keep telling people. You have to be really careful on your mints because they're related to oregano. And a lot of people don't understand how come oregano is related to the mint family. Same family, just different branches. And chocolate mint kind of in the between. Charles knows what I'm talking about, right, Charles?
Yeah, the stem. That's why it's in the mint family. And they have the same stems.
Wow. That's
If
cool.
you look at the stems on them, they're pretty much the same.
Wow.
Miss Deborah is asking, how do I attract pollinators? I have a ton of flowers in my cucumbers, but no fruit.
You should always have flowers growing in your garden.
Right.
They're
You put in
Flowers.
Jesse or Charles, it's whatchamacallit. It attracts bees. It's a purple flower. It's a ground cover. I can't remember the name of it.
violets.
No, smaller.
Periwinkle?
And I think it's periwinkle, but you grow a whole bunch of it and you have like last year, I couldn't get rid of the bees. I had bumblebees, killer bees, honeybees. I was like, okay, I'll go gardening in the evening. And I had mosquitoes.
And then there's
Oh,
mosquitoes.
no.
Hey, Maritz's Yarn and Crafts. Thank you for coming in. And Lynette Lawrence.
Yeah, the one thing that I found out on accident, I was growing horehound, and once it turns into flower, you would think there was a hive somewhere near my garden because there's like bees like crazy, and you can get it up there and move them around and everything. Bees won't do nothing to you. They're so fixated on that flower,
Wow.
but it's a hard plant to grow.
Well, if you can manage, there's a great way to attract pollinators.
Mm-hmm. It's called. It sounds weird, horehound.
Right, horehound.
But it's a really really great herb for colds, and it would have come in handy for the sickness thing that went around.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom used to get us horehound candy,
Yeah,
and we used them as
Mhm.
cough drops or whatever when I was growing up.
yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, wow.
They still sell them too.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the name of the company is. It's a little white bag.
Right.
It's similar to black licorice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like in flavor?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Similar.
Also, if you
Exactly the
mix
same,
it,
but a little different.
yeah, if you mix it with fennel, horehound, and licorice and molasses, you get a joke candy, and you give it to the grandnieces and nephews. Those
That's called.
herbs together and with molasses, do you know what they sound like outside? Go stand outside and light matches.
Oh, they're called pacifiers.
No, it's called fart candy. They just keep
Yeah.
farting.
Right.
Give some to Bunky. She'll fart all day.
I think
Musical cues.
She does that enough on her own.
hey, don't do that.
Not the vineyard chicks. Vineyard chick, no, they don't do that.
Well, she doesn't.
Can you not?
I do.
Can you not? Okay. I got the dimensions perfect. Okay.
All right, look at that.
Yeah.
So these are all the videos that we found that were posted this week. There were 4 shorts and 9 videos. I think. I can't find
These are
out
the ones that I found.
Yeah.
And
And the rest were the NA videos.
so we had Simply Jan Homestead. Miss Jan put up a video where she planted her herbs, and she showed an update on her plants at the start of the video. And her plants are doing really, really well. A lot of people's beans are doing really well. A lot of people are talking about how big their beans are getting.
So if they didn't get crushed in the mail, they're doing great.
Well, the ones that did arrive in one piece, they're doing great. The other ones are not doing anything.
That's been a big issue.
It has. It really has.
Oh,
Dee's Garden Adventures. Miss D plants. Here's one. Only 2 of her kidney beans came up, and they're doing really well, and they've gotten really big. But only 2 of them came up, so she actually planted some dried kidney beans, which I was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Super excited that she's trying
I'm
that.
excited to see how those go because I've talked about them so much. I haven't actually tried doing that, so I'm excited to see how that does.
Next is the Inquisitive Farm.
The Inquisitive Farm Wife.
Angela.
Yep, Miss Angela.
She had a video up and she did a garden update and she's growing in little, it looks like hydroponic pots, I think. But that was her entry video.
Yep.
We're very excited to see what she does this season. Where'd the thing go?
Next is Cindy Squirrel off grid. Miss Cindy planted all of her seeds. So all of hers are now planted. Which is again, I find it really interesting that she just planted her seeds, and then other people are already starting to move their seeds outdoors. So it's just like you really got to watch when you can start planting things and when you can start moving things outdoors based on your growing zone. So if you don't know what growing zone you're in, you should find out what growing zone you're in, and then see if you can find other people who are in your growing zone, because those kinds of people can help you figure out when you can start and stop and put out and harvest all of your plants. Next is My Alabama Farm Life. And by the way, I just want to say this as a note, Miss Kathleen, I love your little frog statue, the little frog, the yellow frog. KK thinks it's the most disturbing thing in the world, but I love it. It's like, it's a work of art. It's amazing. He's just chilling there. Miss Kathleen, she said that her last bits of cold weather should have passed by, and she's putting her sprouts outside. So she's got her seedlings, and she's just taking them outside now and planting them outdoors, which is really, really interesting. So it's super cool, and you should definitely check out all of these videos because there's some really good ones. Again, the frog is amazing. Miss Gail, her plants are doing really well. Her beans are doing extremely well, and they've gotten really, really big. And she's growing her butternut squash in tires. She's got like car tires, and she's spray painted them pink. And she's got them laying down, and she's using those as her beds. You should really check those out because it's super cool. She's good with coming up with all these unique different pots and planters. So you should definitely check that out if you're looking for fun ideas for.
You know why she did that, right? Because she's tired of not harvesting any.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of me knew you were going to go there.
Yeah.
Is Ormsby Farms. Mr. Casey put up an update on his entire farm. and he showed all of his seed starts, and his plants are doing really well. And so's the rest of his farm. He has a really cool farm, and
I love his coop. His coop is awesome.
yeah, if you guys haven't checked out really all of these videos, all of these channels, if you want to learn more about gardening, then you should really just look at all of the other people in this community, all of the other people who are starting these same seeds that you're doing. You can learn so much from all of these other videos. It's just amazing how many different things you can learn about homesteading from one video or one channel. Furthermore, the entire community. Next up is Crystal's Pets and Plants. Miss Crystal put up an update on her seedlings. They're doing super well and starting to get pretty big. All of her plants are doing really, really well, and I can't wait to see how all of her plants do. They're doing really well.
And Bull's garden. Oh wait, that was from last week.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, that was next.
That one's not supposed to be there.
But KK refused to move it because she had perfect
I had
formatting.
the perfect format. She sent me the screenshot, so it got put in there.
Either way, it was a really good video. The Bull's Garden is very entertaining, very fun. He has a lot of knowledge, so you should check it out anyway.
One of these shorts that were released was an entry video, and then everything else was super cool. I like these little wood signs. That is very
Robert
cool.
Bates.
Yeah.
So we highly recommend you
I
check
think
out the
those are all
playlist
videos.
and everything, and that's everything we found.
Didn't Jan made a video,
I think
Or
she
did she-
talked about her.
or did she not tag it?
I
The
did.
first one they talked about.
Yeah, Chris is at
Oh,
the top.
was it? Okay.
Who's the first one? All right, so I'm going to check chat really quick. Hey, Pat Evans.
So, KK, if I might ask you, can you put the big spreadsheet on there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Put the big sheet up again.
With the screenshot.
Of all the
Yeah, all
screen,
the-
of all the
channels
yeah.
you were just talking
So
about.
if you look down at the bottom right hand corner, a little bit off the right, you'll see some garden signs.
Yep.
You'll see that. Well, those garden signs were made by was it Robert
Bates.
Bates? So
Yeah.
Robert Bates is that is one of the gift items this end of this month. Or
Oh.
the personalized garden
Signs.
stakes or garden signs that he made of all the different
Seeds.
seeds.
That
So I
is
just
so
wanted to point that out since you had the picture up.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, that's one of the giveaways this month.
Man, I wish we could win those.
On other giveaways, I have all of the pictures.
Yes.
We have tea blends, a Gagger, a T-shirt, I think.
A gift card from Ernie Hatmaker.
Yeah, Ernie Hammaker, and that's just one of many that he's been given, or she's been given.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
All right, going through chat again.
And just really quickly going to say this: if anybody else is interested in donating, email Mr. Jesse and Miss Lisa.
It's Lazy Days Ahead 1031@gmail.com.
Got his thing from last week going. So
Yeah.
Ark Wildman
Alright.
Survival and Rose Young. Hello. Hello. So I think that's pretty much it for this week. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
No, but I did want to have a question. How is the Grape Leaf Tea Blend 10 Elderberry Hibiscus business going?
Well,
They're good. I had one of them while Dad was mixing them. He
wow,
gave
my
me
crop was terrible.
he gave me a cup, and it has really good flavor. Most of the time,
I
most
was
of the time,
curious about that, and I'm not a hot tea drinker. I like iced tea, but Lisa's a hot tea drinker, and I was wondering, what about that elderberry and hibiscus
As a cold tea, you mean?
how it would taste as a cold tea? Like I said, I don't do hot tea. Lisa does, but I would want to know what it would taste like as iced tea.
usually when I drink tea, I add a little bit of honey to it. Sometimes I have to drink tea to like help me sleep or something. And usually I add honey to it just to help with the flavor just a little bit. But with the tea that Dad made, I actually didn't add any honey to it. It was really good. It's got its own flavor. It's really good.
Yeah. I'm imagining someday or someday soon they'll be available to the public for purchase. Maybe. Right now they're just a giveaway item, folks, and
Right now we have like 8.
you're hoping you get one, but maybe sometime down the road we may be able to purchase some.
Do you guys grow your own hibiscus?
Yeah,
Yes, we
KK grew
My thing
one, and
died.
she had it like the flower was like this big. Mom loves them because red's her
Oh,
favorite
no.
color. They're
Well,
big
I
as
had this-
little flowers.
I had that's kind of the same thing you did with your peppers, because you can't they won't survive outside.
Yes.
And I brought it inside, and I had a whole collection of the little roly-polies and other bugs in there, and they just annihilated that plant.
Oh,
I ate it during the wintertime.
We ended up with so many gnats. Like it was the worst.
You know, I don't know why, but I think it's because we used to play with them when we were little. But I love roly-polies. I like picking them up and like poking them.
Well, I thought, well, you guys got a nice place to live, and I didn't think they were, but they'll eat the roots.
Oh,
And
That's
yeah, it killed that plant really fast.
Aw.
But I did harvest a lot of hibiscus, because I that's what my main ingredient for my tea is, that and rose hip, which rose hip I just go out in the woods and get.
yeah, we can get that hibiscus dried flowers. We can get it here all day long at the farmers market.
Oh, really?
But I don't know about elderberry, but we can surely get the hibiscus.
Yeah.
Wow.
the real cinnamon gets rid of gnats. Can you show your medicinal tea book? Give me 10 to 20 seconds.
1,
Oh my God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What she said, I was just kind of helping her out there.
Just making sure she gets here. I think she's going to be late.
You're right.
So I, and we're down here in Texas. So I had my beets came up, but they're not growing very well. And I think it's because it's warmer down here.
18, 19, 20. Perfect.
Now my peppers and tomatoes are doing good. But the beets,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What?
My face.
oh,
No.
it's green in it. That's fine.
It matches your from the drumstick on the other side.
And we also have one. Wow. Okay.
I think I have that one.
We could put the beat
I don't know.
These two books a lot.
Natural and herbal remedies.
The amount of people she's going to whack.
Yeah, why would you whack me? Okay, I don't want to be big anymore. How do we make us? How do we less big? Okay, there we go.
You don't want to be big anymore.
Taking up the whole screen, and everyone's just talking about how she whacked me in the face with a book.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, and homestead and cooking on the farm.
I'm
All right,
still getting
Oh, you're on the right.
people wanting seeds, so
Second book was the natural.
I still got 2 more seeds to send out tomorrow. 2
Nice.
more packs.
I think we've got to do mail tomorrow too.
We do.
It's called natural and herbal.
Every time I think I'm about done, then I get another form email comes in, says somebody filled out your form.
Type it in.
It's cool that you've got a forum.
It's called natural.
Oh, and I could actually make it go to a spreadsheet like Jesse,
Remedies.
Ooh, fancy.
because you can have the forms go straight to a spreadsheet where it keeps all their information there. I didn't
Wow.
get that fancy with it. I just did
No.
the form though.
That sounds really cool.
I only did spreadsheets like for one summer 2 years ago, and I was doing a project for a lab. I was doing, and it was like super
Oh my
fancy
God.
and everything. And I have it
I did see what I said.
It said everything to do with notes and music, and I think something
And
to
it
do with
was the worst.
octopuses.
It was the worst. It was because like you're taking on the values and you're assigning them a note, and then I had to manually play it.
It was super cool sounding.
So like I haven't touched a spreadsheet since. It was a lot of work.
I wouldn't have never been able to do that.
Well, now back a few years ago, you actually had to hit save. Now it auto saves everything. So you
Oh my
as
God.
soon as you write, it saves it.
Yeah, it was the worst.
I did that once with one of my old art apps. I spent like an hour working on someone's logo, and then I closed it, and I realized the canvas is
Caitlin.
Sorry, we're looking up the book so he can put it on the.
Yeah, I put one of them in there.
Yeah, so you got the one. It's by Caitlin Yardley. I'm gonna stop. You should stop. It's
Caitlin.
but Mr. Joe at Garden State Gardener is up. Oh, it's Mr. Joe at Garden State Gardener is live. So if you guys have some time, highly recommend you go over to his channel. He's got some great guests scheduled for tonight, and it's super fun and great to hang out with. And that's the Garden State Gardener channel, and you have a bunch of opportunities to win some seeds. Excuse me. So watch out, Trace. What are you doing? I hit you with a book.
Here we go.
Oh. Andrew was talking about how he prefers pie charts and ruins things, just like pies and cheesecakes.
Alright, and then what's the what was it? Yeah. So afterward, yeah, he gets the link.
Okay, I found it.
Yay! So if you guys are interested in those books, the links are in the description. Thank you to Mr. Jesse and Miss Lisa. But we're pretty much finished for this week. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll be right here next week. I don't think it's a giveaway week for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Correct.
No, we want to see some more videos.
Yes.
Keep putting in them update videos because they get eligible for the video of the month wheel.
Oh yeah. Thank you again to Uncle Al for being here and telling us about prepping. This was super awesome, and you have so much knowledge to share. We highly recommend you check out his channel. Are we? No, we're not. Hello, Prep for Eternity Homestead. And thank you to Bushcraft family and Lazy Days Ahead for being here. It was super fun talking to you guys, and for everyone in the chat for being here. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending some of your Sunday with us. Have a great week, and yeah, highly recommend you go over to Garden State Gardener.
Smash that thumbs up on your way out.
Have a great week, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.